Children, today we are going to start chapter 13, Understanding Elementary Shapes. First, we will learn to measure, compare and draw line segments and angles. So let's start with line segment. I hope you know that a line segment has a fixed length, so it can be measured with the help of a centimeter ruler. So let's measure the given line segment AB. We place the 0 mark of the ruler at point A. We read the mark on the ruler which is against the point B. It is 7 here. So the length of line segment AB is equal to 7 centimeters. Now let's compare two line segments AB and CT. So let's find out their length. So let's read the mark on the ruler which is against point B. So we observe that it has 5 big divisions and 5 small divisions. So the length of line segment AB is equal to 5.5 centimeter. Now let's read the mark on the ruler which is against point D and we observe it is 5. So the length of line segment CD is equal to 5 centimeter. Now here line segment AB is greater than line segment CT. Now let's learn to draw line segment of a given length. So let's draw XY is equal to 6.3 centimeter. We place the ruler on a sheet. We take point X at the 0 marking of the ruler. So let's take point X here. Now we measure 6 big divisions and 3 small divisions. Against 6.3 marking, we take point Y such that XY is equal to 6.3 centimeters. And we join XY with the straight line. So here XY is equal to 6.3 centimeters. Now let's understand angle. An angle is a figure formed by two rays with the common initial point. Now that common initial point is called the vertex of the angle. Now the mark inside the angle represents the amount of rotation or the magnitude of an angle. An angle is measured in degrees. Now let's measure and compare the following angles with the help of a protractor. And I hope everyone is familiar with the protractor. It has semicircular shape. Now let's measure angle BAC. We place the protractor on the angle such that midpoint of the protractor is on the vertex A of the angle. Now adjust the protractor such that AB is along the straight edge of the protractor. We read the mark on the curved edge of the protractor against the point C and we observe it is 90. So here angle BAC is equal to 90 degree. And children, remember the vertex of the angle is always written in the middle while naming the angle. Now if the measure of an angle is 90 degree, it is called right angle. Now let's measure the next angle. So we read the mark on the curved edge of the protractor against point B and we observe it is 50. So here angle AOB is equal to 50 degree. Now let's compare angle COD. So let's read the mark against point D and we observe it is 30. So here angle COD is equal to 30 degree. And if the measure of an angle is less than 90 degree, it is called acute angle. So here angle AOB and angle COD both are less than 90, so they are called acute angles. Now let's measure the next angle. Now if the initial and the final position of the rotating ray are opposite to each other, means it has taken half turn, then it is called a straight angle. And we observe that in a straight angle we have two right angles. So here if the measure of an angle is 180 degree, it is called straight angle. And there are two right angles in a straight angle. Now let's measure the next angle, COT. We read the mark on the curved edge of the protractor which is against C. Now we observe that it is greater than 90 degree. So we have to take the inner angle which is 120. So here angle COD is equal to 120 degree. And if the measure of an angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, it is called obtuse angle. Now let's measure the next angle. Now here we observe that angle has taken a full turn, means the final position and the initial position of the rotating ray coincides. So it makes a complete angle. So if the measure of an angle is 360 degree, it is called complete angle. Now let's have a look at the next angle. Now here blue portion, blue arc shows an acute angle and the red arc shows an angle which is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Now such angle is called reflex angle. Now let's have a look at the angles formed between the four directions. So here we have north at the top, south at the bottom, east on the right and west on the left. Now let's find out the angle between east and north. So here we observe that it is a right angle. So the angle between east and north is 90 degree. Now let's find the angle between south and west. South and west. So again we observe it is 90 degree, right angle. Now between north and south. Now we observe it has two right angles. So it is a straight angle. So it is 180 degree. North and northeast. North and northeast. So the angle lies between these two directions. So we observe that angle is less than 90 degree. So the angle between north and northeast is acute angle. Now north and southeast. So north and southeast. So the angle lies between here, southeast. So let's draw. So it is somewhere here. So we observe that this angle is greater than 90 degree. Greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So it is obtuse angle. Now angle between north and southwest. North and then southwest. So the angle lies somewhere here. So we observe that this angle is greater than 180 degree but less than complete angle. So it is reflex angle. So I hope you have understood all these angles. Now Let's draw an angle of the given measure, 70 degree. Now we draw a ray AB and we place the protractor on AB such that midpoint of the protractor is on vertex A of the angle. We read the marking of 70 degree on the curved edge of the protractor. So we put a mark over there. We remove the protractor and we join the point with A with a straight line, and let's name it as C. So here angle BAC is equal to 70 degree. Now let's draw 115 degree angle with the help of a protractor. So again we draw a ray AB and we place the protractor on AB such that midpoint of the protractor is on point A. We read the marking of 115 degree on the curved edge of the protractor. Now 115 degrees greater than 90 degrees, so it will lie this side. So here we have 110 degree and we read 5 small divisions and we get angle 115 degrees. So we mark a point at 110 and 5 small divisions in front of it. So here is the marking. So we remove the protractor and we join the point with vertex A with the straight line. So here we give it a name as C. So here angle BAC is 115 degree. Now let's find the angles turned through by the hour hand of a clock when it goes from 2 to 8. Now we know that clock shows a complete angle and there are 12 numbers on a clock that represents the hours. So when it turns from 2 to 8, it has passed 6 hours out of 12 hours. And since it shows a complete angle, we multiply it with 360 degree. So here we cancel the common factor. 12 ones are 12, 12 30s are 360. So we get 180 degree. And by observation also we find that this angle is 180 degree, a straight angle. Now let's find out the angle when it turns from 12 to 9. 12 to 9. So it has passed 9 hours out of 12 hours and we multiply it with 360. We cancel the common factors here, so we get 270 degree here. And by observation also we find that it has one right angle here, one right angle here and one right angle here. So it has 3 right angles. So it is equal to 270 degree. Now let's find out the angle when it turns through 10 to 1. So it has passed 3 hours out of 12 hours. So we multiply it with 360 degree. We cancel out the common factor and we get here 90 degree. So the angle between 10 to 1 is 90 degree. I hope you have understood all these questions. Now do exercise 13.2, question number 1, 3, 5 and 6. Thank you. I repeat, do question 1, 3, 5 and 6 of exercise 13.